Hey, good morning, y'all. Sorry about that. Pause. Morning, Miss Tangy, Miss Britt, Deep. What's the deal, Mason? Wish, D. What's up, y'all? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is doing very well. Well, y'all see the title, and the crazy part about it is, I saw Tiger Woods' statement, and he was stating that he don't want to, he don't want a driver, and that he wants a jury trial or whatever, whatever. Um, Now, the man had some oxycodones in his pocket. He had two of them in his pocket. So he's riding around with this type of medicine in his pocket. And it said that the reason why he got into the accident was because he was looking down at his phone, and that's how he flipped. Now, let's analyze that for a minute. So if that was the case, if the cops thought it was just an accident, you were being stupid looking down at your phone, it's obvious they seen that you were kind of high off something. You were high. And he high off them pills. And the fact that he don't want to take responsibility for his actions, that's you see that driving side of him, that's and not being smart, and not trying to sound um um but it is what it is. That's the Asian side of him. I mean, some Asians, a good amount of Asians, don't really know how to drive. They just don't. That's my opinion. Some people can look at it as fact. I don't know. But that's how I view it. Yellow, what's the deal? My man Deep, what's going on? Info, none. What's the deal? Um, Somebody say they need a haircut. Yeah, Tiger tripping out. That's what Tiger doing, and he definitely acting like he ain't got his father, and it's crazy that he don't want to take responsibility for his actions, and because for one, that privilege is going to run out eventually. Eventually, they can try to take his driver's license for a little while, to the point where he's gonna have to get a driver. He's gonna have to get a driver, and it's like you keep putting people's lives in danger because you don't want to get help for your addiction. I lost respect for Tiger Woods a long time ago. So at this point, it's more or less protecting other people so they won't basically be a victim from his stubbornness, because it's out of pocket that you know anybody that ever took those type of pills. I took those pills before, when I had issues with my back and stuff like that. I don't like the way they make me feel personally. It wasn't for me. It'll knock the pain out somewhat, but I never said to myself, yeah, let me pop an oxy, let me pop this, let me pop, like, just because, like, it just didn't do that for me. Even when I had my first back surgery back in 2009, I want to say 10. I think it was 2010. One of them times, I don't know, a long time ago. But when I had my first back surgery, I remember it hurt like hell. Like, it was some of the most excruciating pain I ever had. And I remember being in the hospital, and they would feed you the first day. They give you medicine through the first day or two. They give you the medicine through the IV. And I remember they gave me something called Dilaudid. And I remember how good it felt going through my veins. I was like, oh my God. Like, but it didn't last long. It didn't last long. So I guess that's the feeling that people get. But when I got out of the hospital, I ain't never say to myself, yeah, I gotta go down here and get me some Dilaudid. Like, no, like, sometimes, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, but sometimes people just use that as a crutch because you being weak. You're being weak, and you go and say, oh well, drugs are addictive, which they are, but at the same time, They're only addictive if you allow them to be addictive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what taking too much of anything is going to do to you. Let's just keep it 1,000. You know that if you drink too much, it's not good. Smoke too much cigarettes, not good. You take too many pills, it's not good. So why do it? So I don't have no sympathy for Tiger Woods because this ain't his first time. And that boy needs his license suspended, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it 1,000. He needs his license suspended. Because there's no way in the world, just like your third time, and then he said he didn't want a driver because he didn't want his privacy. Well, mofo, if you ain't flipping over an SUV, then guess what? Your so-called privacy or people being in your business. I mean, the stereotype of Asians can't drive, you're making that thing stay alive, brother. I'm just going to keep it 1,000 with you. You making that thing stay alive. Because I'm not saying all Asians can't drive. That ain't what I'm saying. Only about 99% of y'all. I mean, you got about one that, 1% that are good drivers. And in fact, have you ever seen, and maybe it is because I don't know, have you ever seen a Asian NASCAR driver? I'm just saying. Anybody let me know? I never seen it. Don't mean it don't exist. I just never heard of it. Because I don't follow NASCAR like that, but I never heard of a NASCAR driver being Asian. Because you know how they be showing the cars, they be flipping and stuff. It's almost like when you see Timmy. Remember they got them AI videos of the guy with the Down syndrome. He becomes like a professional driver or a school bus driver, and the bus be all over the place. It's almost kind of like that. But I don't know. I digress. I mean, you never know. You never know. Oh, okay. Oh, it is one. Okay, Kyle. Okay. All right. Well, we got one out of how many? Joshua, what's the deal, bro? He said he had them pills in his pocket to null the pain from Becky whipping his ass. He said my man May said Asians can't drive. They make a great shrimp fried rice. They sure do. They sure do. They make damn good shrimp fried rice. And give good massages. Happy endings that I heard. Because I can honestly tell you, I never up with an Asian woman. Never. I never had an Asian chick. Not at all. Not at all. Never had no shrimp babe who young. Pum pum. Not at all, ladies and gentlemen. Never had it. Never cared for it. Never cared to have it, rather. And shout out to the people that enjoy that shrimp babe fu young pum pum. If you enjoy that shrimp babe fu young pum pum, then that's hey, I'm proud of you. But whatever floats your boat. You feel me? Straight up, man. I'm multitasking as I'm talking to y'all. That's why you're gonna hear tape and stuff like that. Cause taking care of some stuff. You said what's you said what he's how do I feel the way the world is going right now? You remember you voted for Trump. He's doing a good job as now. Um, to be honest with you, how I view the world right now is I woke up this morning and it's a blessing. Do I like that we got war right now? Do I like that gas is higher? No, I don't like none of that stuff. But this ain't the first time, it ain't the last time. Um, you know, to be honest with you, no matter who was going to be in office, nothing's never really going to change. I mean, let's just be honest and keep it 1,000. I mean, you got the Senate holding up people from getting paychecks, and they had the audacity to go on vacation. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so they ain't got nothing to necessarily do with just Trump or Sleepy Joe or Kamala Harris. They all, and I do mean all, and a lot of them politicians, they basically are full of it. So I see a lot of people are getting on Chile because she supports Donald Trump. And my thing is, let her support who she want to support. I mean, we got to get out of that. We really do. Because at the end of the day, like they're mad at Nick Cannon for what he said. What he said was true. I mean, the Republicans did. They're the ones that was freeing slaves and wanted to stop slavery. I mean, that is true. Now, whether they like that now, that remains to be seen. But I think people just be wanting to be mad at something. Like when Nick Cannon thinks that would make my day, make me say, "Oh my God, look what Nick Cannon said." Like, who is Nick Cannon? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a celebrity. He's nobody that like his opinion means something that much that you got to be like, "Oh my God." Like I don't be caring about that. Same thing with Amber Rose. They worried about her. Like, I mean, Amber Rose is Amber Rose, a thought. I mean, like I don't care what a thought thinks. I mean, I'm just being honest. Being 1,000% honest with you. As long as I woke up this morning, I'm healthy. My family good. I'm basically a blessed, happy man. I hope that because at the end of the day, like we get into. I still got how many left? 3, 6, 9, 12. We get into politics and people get all in their feelings, and that's why I don't really like talking about it too much, especially like politics and religion are things that you will get into an argument with family members and friends because everybody feels strongly about it. Just like the NBA player that got, I think he's playing for the Bulls. They let him go because he basically said that he's a Christian and he's not rocking with the Pride Day and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think that was BS. I think it was BS. I understand that you had sponsors and you had people that might be, that way, but he didn't say anything hateful. He just basically spoke his truth of saying like, far as his religion, it's not to be celebrated, and that is true. And for far as his religion, and not to mention, it's no different if a homosexual person says something that they don't like or celebrate. I don't have a problem with it. Like it's people's opinion. Now it's not like he was basically bashing. He wasn't bashing. So The NBA, the NBA, in my opinion, they dropped the ball with that. But see, they pick and choose who they want to do that to. LeBron James or one of the other major stars was to say the same thing. The worst thing would have happened was a fine. It wouldn't have been no we letting you go. They let him go because he was expendable. If he was a better player, I guarantee you he would have been let go. So I lost a lot of respect for the NBA because of that situation. Like, we got to stop making things that's not normal. And there's no disrespect to any group or anybody that might practice that lifestyle. But we're not going to sit here and pretend that it's normal, because it's not normal. Because if it was normal, then then two men can have a baby, two women can have a baby. You can't have a baby unless you have a man and a woman. That's facts. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a man and a woman. And scientific evidence hasn't shown that you could be born that way. Now, if it's been shown that you're born that way, then that's a different conversation. Then it's something that you can't help. It's almost like making fun of a person that can't help a disability. It's not right to do that. Now, I love everybody. I'll be friends with anybody. You know what I mean? And I don't care if you're gay. I just don't like you being flamboyant. No, I couldn't hang with a flamboyant guy walking around, acting like a woman. No, I couldn't do that. But if you act regular and you're a woman or a man and you gay, I don't care. I'll rock with you long, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm not in the bedroom with you. I'm not smelling that dookie, and I, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really affect me one way or another, to keep it 1,000. To keep it 1,000 with you. And I want to give another shout out to Afroman. I've been catching him on all his videos. Yeah, them cops are really they were some dirty cops. And I watched the footage when they was in his house, and they were so mad that it wasn't nothing in the safe, and the guy was like, "Oh, he must have knew we were coming." And like, I tell you, that racism is real. That racism is real. I hope Afroman get all the success, all the beautiful things coming his way. He deserves it. They was out of pocket. Some cops was out of pocket, and one of the cops really got fired from doing inappropriate things with people when he was having sex with the prostitutes, and his brother is a pedo, and it's like, what type of corrupt people that y'all have in that police force? That's crazy. That's real out of pocket. I mean, listen, Lick 'em Low Lisa is my favorite. I like Randy Walters is a son of a bitch. Pound Cake, like he got a few of them Jones, and I like how he be cooking them. And he one of the guys that I can honestly say that's a Snow Bunny lover that I respect. He's still standing up for all Americans, and you gotta respect that. Yeah, that Randy Walters, that's my shit. Randy Walters is a son of a bitch. Yeah, that's why I fucked his wife, became filthy rich. Yo, he because when you see police officers do people like that, and you're supposed to protect and serve, and when you ain't protecting and serving, I'm all for all that backlash that they get. I mean, because it's wrong, because you got to put yourself in Afroman's position. Somebody bust down your door, your gate, go through all your stuff, and then basically look you in your face and say they ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna fix it. Don't apologize. What? Shit. Shit. Yeah, okay. That's out of pocket. That's real out of pocket. Oh man. Well, what's up with y'all, man? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Your boy monetized finally again. I just got monetized today, literally today. So my super chat's working, all that shit working. My links are working again with Cash App because before YouTube wouldn't let me do nothing. And I had so many AdSense accounts, I didn't even realize I had them. And they told me the email. They was like, "Yo, you gotta get rid of these Jones. Which one you want to use? You can't let you use all these ones." I'm like, "Oh, all right." I said, "Okay." It's gonna be a beautiful day today. My daughter's last day at school today for our little spring break. The regular public schools, they've been out since last week, since like last Friday, their last day. She get out early today though, so it's cool. She go back Tuesday. Ah, shit. Randy Walls, but that Lick 'em Low Lisa, that's my joint. I think that's my personal favorite. The video is wild as hell. Lick 'em Low Lisa, classic. My man said she eat it like she eat pizza. Like, yo, Afroman a low key comedian, yo. He said, "Eat it like pizza." What the hell? I don't know if I ever ate it like pizza. That's some new age shit there. That's some new age shit right there. Look at Lisa. You want to do? It's a lick it slow. It's a lick it fast. It's a lick never sad. It's a lick that ass. I mean, you really can't beat it. Man, appreciate it, man. But my channel, you just never know. So I gotta, they got special guidelines for me. So I gotta watch how I say. That's why I'm starting to abbreviate stuff more because I don't want no problems for real. They be tripping on me. They be bugging. Gotta take this dog for a walk. I gotta finish packing these orders. How many more orders? I got 5 left. All right, I'm gonna go get my hat at my grade. Take him for this walk. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, cool. That'll work. You want to go for a Come here, sit. Good boy. You like going for walks. You like going for walks. You like going for walks, don't you? All right, yeah, I'm back, y'all. You love going for walks. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm your ass down. Acting like you never. There we go. This motherfucker. What's poppin' with you, yo? Kicking back. Trying to take him for more walks and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get tired of cleaning that yard out. For real. He love it too. You see how he acting? He hype as hell. Samuels, what's the deal? PW, what's going on? Medusa, what's going on? What's popping with y'all? So, man, it's a beautiful day today. Saturday's supposed to be real nice too. I think like 80 Saturday. I gotta make sure I got tissue with me in case he poop on somebody's lawn. Because I don't play that. If somebody do that to me, I'm gonna be pissed. I remember years ago, I got into it with somebody who's walking their dog, and the person dog took a crap on my lawn, and I was like, "Yo, you gonna get that up?" Yeah, like he had an attitude. Come on, and needs to say he got it up. But it's about to be a real problem because it's a respect thing. That's why I carry the little bags or some tissue or something. I can get it up. He should have known better because white folks normally have good dog etiquette. It's like summer out here, so it feels so good out here. I ain't even get dressed yet. I'm still packing these damn orders. Yeah, but yeah, back to Tiger Woods real quick. Yeah, go to the bathroom. Damn. It's like as soon as he start walking, it's like he shits more. Go ahead, take your time. I ain't no hurry, buddy. Go ahead. I think it might rain today. But yeah. Tiger Woods, to sum it up with him, he's a privileged, arrogant asshole that basically needs a reality check. He really needs to basically get that life suspended. Something. If I'm a judge, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna come down on him hard because you know, first time it can happen, all right, cool. But your third time, it's like, come on, man. What are you doing? And you think because you got that money, oh, I want a jewelry thing and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, ain't no guarantee they're gonna go in your favor because they're gonna look at your past history. This is your third time, and you had pills in your pocket, and you refuse to take a urine test. What you refusing to take a urine test for? Because I guarantee you, he probably get them pills off the books too, like more than what he's supposed to have. Because them doctors, they don't like giving them pills out like that, and they might give you some here and there, but it's it's kind of hard. Come here, now. Sit. I'm being hype. Come on, this way. And come on, sit. So I'm like, if you ain't got nothing to hide, if you just looking at your phone, that's why you think people are stupid. If you just looking at your phone and you just got into a fender bender, right? That's a charge right there, because you're not supposed to be looking at your cell phone while you drive. So you're looking at your phone, and then you don't want to take a thing because you knew you was gonna have a bunch of them pills in your system. You think somebody's stupid? No, suspend his license. Suspend his goddamn license for at least a year. Making where he gonna have to have a driver. And if you catch him driving, lock his nut ass up. That's what needs to happen with Tiger Woods. All right, Nas, it ain't no like dogs love trying to mark their territory. He been trying to piss like 10 times. He been pissed like once or twice, and every little tree he go to, he lifting his leg up, but nothing coming out. They love to mark their territory. Again, I'm trying to find another spot to go piss. Yeah, I was talking about that not that long ago, none about the NBA player with the Pride Month. Yeah, I spoke on that briefly. I was saying how I lost respect for the NBA because of that. Because he didn't bash nobody. He just said, "Us, why do we have to celebrate?" And I agree with him. Like, I think a lot of gay people think that they have like it's a religion or something. It's a sexual preference. A sexual preference should not be acknowledged. That's what you do behind closed doors is your business. So why do I have to acknowledge what you do? Because if that's the case, we got to keep the same energy. So if they get Pride Month and stuff, then we should get Straight Month. We should get Blowjob Wednesday. Something, you know what I mean? Like it should be something where, you know, if that's the route that y'all going to take, y'all taking that route of making it where you have clothing, but yet let you go to. Come on, get your ass over here now. You're getting on my nerves. If let you go to your job with a shirt saying I'm straight and I'm proud or something like that, they will look at that as being offensive, and I think that's corny. How is that offensive when it's basically what it is? It's you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is why, you know, they allowed the goofiness, and you know, some people gonna say he was stupid because he tricked himself out of his bag, but everything ain't about money. You know, I mean, he made some money. The short time he been in the NBA, he made some money. So, you know, if he invests his money correctly, he'll be all right. But like I said earlier, the NBA pick and choose who they want to mess with, because if it was a Greek or a Yambi or, you know, somebody that's really good, a superstar that brings them all that paper, they wouldn't have let him go. They wouldn't have let him go. If it was Tatum or Brown or whatever, they wouldn't have let his ass go. He would have got a fine. They would have told him to apologize, all that other crap, and that's about it. He said, River said, Tiger don't want his driver dropping them off at them freak offs. Yeah, 'cause Tiger a freak. You said the Ivy dude got a mental illness, hasn't been treated. It's a possibility, but what he said was true. He didn't say nothing wrong about that. And I understand what he's saying. Like, at the end of the day, and then if that's the case, then he should have a type of lawsuit against the NBA, because if it's his religious beliefs, since they like to protect things all the time, then and so religion should be protected, correct? So if it's his religious beliefs, all he said was that it shouldn't be celebrated. Why? He said, why do we have to celebrate it? Why do we have to acknowledge something that I don't, my religion don't bang with? And that's true. That's honest to God truth. That's like another Christian telling a Muslim, you know, or you at work and your boss telling you you have to honor this Muslim religion when you're not Muslim. Come on, It's out of pocket. It's dead wrong. Queen, what's the deal, boo? Yeah, well, I don't know what else he was doing, so you might know more about it than me. You said boy was wilding, or he asked one of the reporters, "Do they fornicate?" But even so, if that was LeBron or any one of them other star players, they would have got him some help. They wouldn't have let him go. They'd have said, "Okay, well, you can't be saying this. We're gonna give you a fine and give you some mental health evaluation because let's say if he was doing other stuff, it don't make him having mental health because he said the pride money is out of pocket. Is out of pocket. Come on, motherfucker! My dog making himself go to the bathroom. The hell, like that's why I need to walk him more because he's making himself go. He been took like three or four shits. Like god damn, that little ass body. I got tired of cleaning up out my yard. And then I got my new grass. I got a new grass guy that's coming tomorrow. He charging me more though. That's the only thing though. I'm gonna see how he cut though, but I'm paying double than what I was paying before. But the other guy, me and him got into it, and I don't like his attitude, so I refuse to spend my money with him. But when I looked up the national average, the guy's on the same. He's on par with the price of the national average. The guy that was doing it before was just doing it for a cheap price. Sometimes you got to pay a little bit more, you know. All right, come on, buddy. Because you've been wanting to the bathroom a whole bunch. But yeah, I didn't know. So you said he asked the. So you said he asked the reporters, do they fornicate? Well, I mean, that's still it's not cause for detrimental to the team unless you being sexually harassment. You know what I mean? If you're doing that, then that's different. Ricky, what's the deal, bro? What's popping? What's good? What's good? What's the deal with you? Look at him, he is so happy. So damn happy. Dog love being outside. Cause I saw Stephen A. Smith speak on it, and I already knew what position Stephen A. was going to say. You know, Stephen A. There's no way in the world he going to say anything against the LGBT because he don't want to mess up his sponsors and his bread. And don't get me wrong, you shouldn't mess your money up. But if you believe in something, whatever happened to freedom of speech, as long as he wasn't spewing hate, then I didn't see a problem with it. It's almost like as soon as you disagree with the LGBT community, you get punished for it. And I think that's some cornball shit. I think that's really out of pocket to get punished for having a difference of opinion. Now, if he was bashing them, calling them the F word, if he was, you know, doing certain things, bashing people, then that's something different that I can see the team saying, okay, well, this is a form of discrimination. So we have to let you go. Content, you know, whatever how they call it, what they call it, detrimental to the team or whatever how they call it. So then I understand it from that point of view. But it's like as soon as you disagree with them and you speak out on it, you're getting punished. And that's the problem that, we having with this situation. We have too many people condoning it that's supposedly straight people that's condoning it. You know what I mean? So, Say it again. No, I ate them other I had them ones from yesterday. Huh? Uh, which you was going to get? Yeah. I could try. I try that. Yeah, that's small. Come on, doggy. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, he been went to the bathroom 1,000 times, acting like he like he ain't, All right, come on, come on. All right. So you say he asked the reporters, do they fornicate, and he admitted to beating his wife, etc. Bottom line, the talent wasn't worth. Okay, the talent was worth the bad PR. So hold up. The NBA player said he beat his wife, or he asked the reporter did he beat his wife? Yeah, because I wasn't following it like that. I just heard they said that heard when he said he basically talked about the Pride Month and why they got to celebrate it, and the team was like, "No, come on, Nas, come on now, you're getting on my nerves." So that's the NBA player said, "What the hell?" But yeah, well, yeah, he probably like you said, he probably is suffering from some type of mental illness, but that's the thing about it, get him help. See, I notice when you black, they quick to throw you to the side when you have mental issues. But when you white, you getting all the substance. They doing everything in their power to make sure that you get the help. But the NBA is all about money and sponsorships. So the fact that a lot of them sponsors and a lot of them NBA executives are gay, and they don't want that money going away. Because let's just be honest and keep it real, gay dollars make money. I mean, it's a lot of gay dollars around. That's just the reality of it. Come on, come on. That's just what it is. All right, come here. Sit. Take your leash off. You like that, huh? All right, go up the steps. Go up the steps. Come on. You ain't going in no yard because you done been already went 1,000 times already. Look at you. Yeah, you got you a good workout in. Shit, quiet as step. It's almost time to pick my damn door up. Damn. I don't even know why they make them come to school for half a day to 11 o'clock. Like that was stupid. That was real dumb. All right, here we go. Wait for her to get back. I'm just packing these orders. Oh God. Get my charger real quick. Yes, I gotta look into the whole story to see what was going on. Because I was seeing that, I was seeing stuff with Charleston White popping up with him going at reporting that rapper or whatever, restraining order or some crap. Sometimes you want to turn the internet on and see something positive. I know for me, I do. I get tired of the dumb stuff all the time. Like, damn, can we get something a little positive? You said his wife is white. Yeah, I heard his mom was the oh, his mom was the head coach of Notre Dame. I think I seen her before. Wasn't hold up. Wasn't Notre Dame in the tournament? The women's tournament? Or I'm thinking about another woman. Yeah, I don't condone men beating their wives. Like that's some nut shit. April 1st already, y'all. Ain't that something? April 1st. I gotta do me April Fool joke. I gotta get somebody today outside of I'm gonna get somebody. Yeah, but it's always special treatment for special players. Like you said, he wasn't worth the PR hit. Person that's bringing that money, you know. But it's certain people that are protected more than anything anybody else in the world, and that's Jewish people and homosexuals. Remember how they tried to bury Kyrie Irving for this posting about a documentary? So you can't offend them, and you can't offend the Fudge Packers because if you do, then um, all hell breaks loose, and I just think it's corny. I really do. Again, I don't care what you do in your bedroom; it's your business. But I'm not celebrating it. I'm not respecting no flag of it. Like, who gets a flag for fudge packing? I mean, if you really just sit back and just really think, that you're getting special rights for something that you do in the convenience of your own home. That's asinine to me. It just doesn't make any sense. Why can't I just judge you, by your character? I don't care to know what your sexual preference is. This your regular character. This you as a person. I don't need to know all of that. That's like me going parading around that I like my testicles licked or I like my tank licked. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Who cares what I like in the bedroom? Like, they have parades and all types of stuff. I remember they had one down in Philly years and years. This was a minute ago, about 6, 7 years ago, down there by Penn's Landing. I remember we was down there at Penn's Landing going to the Penn's Landing area. What's that boat? The Mushaloo. We was going to the Mushaloo. Me and my mom. It was a whole bunch of us. And I guess they must have had some parade. They must have just had something. There was a bunch of them, and they was walking around half naked. It was just so uncomfortable. And I'm just like, yo, like, y'all being disrespectful. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah, I think I did say to myself, the mom looked good. Yeah, I didn't know that was his mom though. Yeah, that's why I said, was she in the tournament? Because I remember seeing some black head coaches, female head coaches. I was like, damn, they look like they straight. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I'm not supporting that movement because I don't believe in it. Now I can respect you as an individual, but I'm not going to support the movement. I don't care if God forbid, if my youngest daughter was to come to me and say, "Daddy, I'm gay." Okay, I'm not supporting it. I'm going to support you, but I ain't supporting your lifestyle. Like, I would never support that lifestyle. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But I am down mean I'm gonna. I got family members. Like I said, I got an uncle that's been gay a long time. He almost 80. He's an old flame. I got a couple cousins. I love them to death. But if they say, "Hey, cuz, could you go to me the Pride Day?" or hell no. Like, for what? You just hope and pray that your immediate your kids don't come out that way. You hope and pray, especially if you got sons. Oh God, that makes it worse. I know Magic Johnson's been sitting back like, damn, what I do wrong? big time basketball player. Your son tall and big like you, but he, you know, yeah, he. That's crazy. I have no idea. True. I don't know. I just know that I've seen people. I got a neighbor that live around the corner from me, and she has the LGBT flag on her house, but she's not gay. And I'm like, why? Like I just don't understand it. I just don't. But hey, it is what it is. I stay in my lane. They stay in their lane. Cool. Again, I respect everybody that deserves respect. But one thing about me, I always been the same. I don't you being gay don't ain't gonna make me tiptoe around you. If you know what I'm saying, if I gotta say something, I'm gonna say it. Even when I was in the workplace, the same way. I used to get in trouble all the time. You think I cared? Nope. I had one guy I used to work with. He tried to get me fired. It didn't work because I had a witness, but the witness did lie for me. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. He lied for me, but me and him got into it, and I called him an F, and he wasn't told on me. But the witness looked out for me because the witness didn't like, my old coworker didn't like him as well because he was doing too much. And I called him a little, you know what? And he did what they do. He wasn't told, trying to get me rocked. That's crazy. Oh, he said that's why Mark Jackson got fired. Yeah, I forgot Mark Jackson was real religious and homophobic. I forgot about that. And he has that right though. Like, long as you're not discriminating on a person because of their race, that's something that shouldn't be tolerated. But if you don't like what they do in the bedroom, long as you're not disrespecting them, nobody, but you speak out, you say, "Hey, I'm not with that." You shouldn't get in trouble for that. But that's why free speech ain't really free speech. Free speech is basically it's not free speech. They pick and choose when they want to give you free speech, and I think that's very corny. And yeah, and they will ban you because of that. You're right. They will ban him because of his views on homosexuality, and I think that's corny. But you see, Rich Paul got his job because remember they thought he wasn't going to coach again when he got into the scandal. Isani Doka, he's a damn good coach, and the woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes two to tango. I'm glad that he got another job. He didn't deserve to lose his career because he got some side coochie. And not to mention, if you want to keep it 1,000, she was more at wrong than him, far as if you want to go morally, because she was married. He wasn't. He was engaged, but he wasn't married. So, but they protected her at all costs. But you know why they protected her at all costs? Because of her skin complexion. If she was a black woman, shit, they'd have put it out there. But I'm glad he's doing his thing. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, the Lakers kind of doing their thing. This gonna be some good playoffs between you got San Antonio, you got OKC, and the Lakers. OKC is probably the favorite, but I can see San Antonio knocking them off. And don't sleep on the Lakers. They're talking about my Eagles now on ESPN by Jalen Hurts. They were saying Jalen Hurts was changing a lot of the plays last year or whatever. Well, if them play calls was out of pocket, I kind of don't blame him. And not to mention, why can't the quarterback have the why can't he change some plays? They let Peyton Manning do it. callers on. You know what I mean? They let Peyton Manning, let Tom Brady. Now he ain't on a level. Don't get it fucked up, but he still won a Super Bowl for you. You said, what about Deshaun Watson? He said all the women accuse him of rape, and people hate that he's still a fact he in the league. Well, yeah, he paid them lawsuits. I mean, the thing about it, he never raped anybody. That's not what they were saying. They said he was being sexually inappropriate. So he was like telling the women, allegedly touches privates or stuff like that. So, it's two different things. You know, if you grape a woman, that's unacceptable. I can never forgive you for that. I'm sorry. I can never forgive you for that. You could be forgiven if, let's say, you have a massage parlor and the woman massaging you, you might rub on her butt, and she tell you to stop and she reports you. It's out of pocket that he did that, but we wasn't there. So I don't. To be honest with you, it seemed like a setup to me, because as soon as he wanted to leave the Texans, that's when all this stuff came out. And what a coincidence! The lawyer that represented all those women lived next door to the owner. So I don't, but he definitely didn't grape anybody, because he would be in jail. He would be in jail like Mystical. Mystical is in jail because Mystical couldn't stop graping people. But Deshaun Watson ain't been the same since then, and the Browns, when they gave him that guaranteed $230 million contract, that was the stupidest contract they could have ever gave. So, of course, it got swept under the rug, River, because he white. The same thing with Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, he said after his contract is up, his career is over. But yeah, $230 million, he should be okay. he should be okay, guaranteed. Now the thing about it, what messed him up was with that situation with the massage stuff. If he didn't have that, he would have endorsements, and that endorsement money he could have lived off the endorsement. See, a lot of people don't realize something. I don't feel sorry for people that go broke that had millions and millions of dollars. And I'm about to break it down for you real quick. Why I don't. All right. I don't think Mayweather is broke. A lot of people say he might have lost a lot of money, but I don't think he's broke. Do you know? Did you know if you put a couple $1,000,000 in the bank and you can live off the interest? The interest by itself will pay you between $20,000 and $30,000 a month. And depends on how many more millions you have, it pays you more. Depends on the percentage rate and stuff like that. But you basically can live off the interest. So imagine somebody that got, when they be getting them crazy signing bonus, $20, $30 million. If you just lived off of $20, $30 million interest, that's a lot of money a month that you're netting, and you're not even touching the fucking principal. Not even touching the principal. So it doesn't make sense to go broke. Especially when you got them people that had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Imagine, okay, you buy your mansion, you buy your cars, you buy your clothes, whatever. And let's say, for sake of argument, you got 150 million left. Do the math, what it would pay you monthly if you just lived off the interest of 150 something $million. It's crazy. It would pay you something like a couple million a month, something crazy. And you could just chill. So I don't feel sorry for people that do that. Because you got everyday working Americans that live off of $20 an hour, $30 an hour, $35 an hour, and make it work. So I don't feel sorry for nobody that getting millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and you can't sustain that. Yeah, okay. Hell, not at all, Ricky. Not at all. Yeah, if Kwame Brown's smart, he still should. Even though he lost a lot of money with Merrill Lynch, he still should be fine if he's just living off the interest. I mean, if he had a couple $1,000,000 in the bank, he should be all right. But I don't know his finances. I don't know. But you can. But a lot of times too, that's not taught to a lot of black people. You're not taught that you can live off the interest and not even touch the principal. Yeah, you're not taught that at all. Hold on one second, y'all. Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick London up. All right. All right. Randy Waters is a son of a bitch. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back.
Did they give you your monetization?
Yeah, they actually did.
Yay!
We'll see. I'm actually in my live now.
Oh, okay. I can't hear you.
Yeah, that's all right.
Call the worry word.
Oh yeah. All right, I'll be back. I got nothing for you, greedy dog. Yeah, he said people had property paid off and squat. Yeah, you gotta be smart. You got. You come across a lot of money and you have a mortgage. That's stupid. If you the smartest thing you can do. Start to drizzle a little bit. I knew rain was coming. My body will never lie to me. Oh, you say your brother work at a bank, Ricky? That's what's up. Yeah, I heard about that, River. That Pacquiao wanted to be a real fight, and Mayweather wanted to be a exhibition. I think that's bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not feeling Mayweather on that. Like, if you feel as though Pacquiao You know, you way better than the board. Make it a professional fight. Cause let's keep it 1,000. He got his and like I said, I'm a Mayweather fan, but I just got to keep it 1,000. He got his 50th win versus a non boxer with Conor McGregor. What's up, Jay? You on your 15-minute break? That's what's up. That's good shit. I don't know why today feel like a Friday to me for some strange reason. Only Wednesday, but it just seemed like a Friday. Maybe because it's nice outside and a lot of the regular school people are off. There's not as much traffic. So I'm about to go to this car line now and get my damn daughter. And I know them damn parents, they be there extra early. They be getting on my nerves with that shit. They be doing too much. They put so many more speed cameras in the city, and people was mad. But I'm to be honest, I'm kind of glad they're doing it. We need it. They need to start putting cameras in these stop signs. Because nobody likes to stop at them. But yeah, it's when you work, I'm telling you, if you come across a good amount of money, talk with a banker, look into certain things where you can, if you can put it away. Now, if you can't put the money away, I understand. But if you can, let it grow. Just like I just don't understand these guys. They get all this money and you have a mortgage. Why?
There's no bigger fan of Jalen. Clutch team, absolutely.
Only how I see you not doing it is if you let's say you play for a team, it's a city that you don't want to stay in, but you still could buy a house somewhere else in your main town, and then you rent where you at. That's why when I came across fucking money, I bought my shit cash. Like that's the smartest thing I have ever did, because when you have a house that's paid off, it takes a lot of pressure away. I mean, you still gotta pay your taxes, but it takes pressure. And the more you have, the better. I mean, the real estate is something that is always going to be needed, no matter what. You're always going to need real estate. That's a known fact. So you know how that go. Yeah, that's why when I worked jobs back in the day that didn't pay that much money, people was always wondering like, how was I still able to come in there with nice cars? Because I ain't had no fucking mortgage. I ain't have to worry about worrying about a mortgage. I don't have to pay my taxes and my utilities. I never forget that back when I worked at this place, working with people with disabilities, like in the group homes, back in like 2008, and I had a GS Lexus, and they was wondering like, what I never forget it. The supervisor said something. I overheard her. She's a black supervisor. How he got that type of car? He got a better car than me. Well, my house is paid off, and I ain't got as many bills as the average person. And when I get money, I know how to flip it. That's how. Right. But yeah, you gotta be smart with it. I don't like having a lot of bills. I just don't. Who likes having a lot of bills? Certain things is okay to finance sometimes because you want to build that credit and stuff like that. Because sometimes I'll finance something and then I'll pay it all. I might, finance for a little while, then I pay it off. Before the interest get like too stupid or something. I want to cut through here. I'm cutting through here. This lady gets on my fucking. I go around. This fucking stupid. This lady gets. I always see this lady. She gets on my damn nerves. One of the parents at my daughter's school. She was in my way, but she's standing there in the damn rain. Stupid ass. Move out this way, man. I got time to be playing with these people. Here we go. I still got like 50. Well, she get out at 11, so I got a little while. I can sit and relax. We give him a new deal. He does try to be inside of here guessing how much money he gets. He does. Like, yeah, mortgage eats that damn right. Mortgage eats up your income. So you got people out here that are house broke. They house broken because they paying so much money for their mortgage because it depends on where you at. Your taxes is added to your mortgage, then your homeowner's insurance. So you paying a good chunk of your pay. And because some people want to live above their means, so they like, all right, let me get this certain house, but then you killing yourself. No, that ain't where it's at. You don't want to be housebroken. You want to have it where you can pay your mortgage with one check and have a free check to do what you want to do. That's a beautiful thing. If you could pay your mortgage with your one check and your next check is like strictly for you, or even if you had to, even with your next check, you only had to do a couple utilities or something, something that ain't too crazy, then you winning. Yeah, people do refinance and all that. Yeah, man, I'm glad I'm blessed not to have that problem. I would never do that. People are like, oh, you get equity in your home, you get for what? Once you do that, then you owe the bank. No. Mm-mm. Man, this shit good. Yeah. $1,000 car payments. I ain't paying $1,000 for nobody car. Nobody car. Can't pay cash. If I get if I get a car note, my car notes is gonna be low, super low. I never had no high car notes. I don't play that. No, my car notes always been under $400 because I put so much money down for a trade, or I have whatever. I what I mean, if I don't pay cash for it, if I do get a car note, it's under 400 easy. I've seen people do that, paying $1,000 a month for a Hemi Charger. You stupid. There's no way in the world. Then you want to get stuff that's reliable. That's going to last you. These cars, depends on the brand, they don't be lasting. Like Range Rover, it's a beautiful looking truck, but after the 5 years, you better get rid of it. A whole bunch of extra costs, and no, that's why I went back to Lexus, man, because Lexus is reliable. And I drive my truck when I want to drive it. You know what I mean? I got low miles on both of my shits, super low miles, and that's but Lexus, you can ride them suckers. Shit, to be honest with you, I'm thinking about getting a convertible. Matter of fact, I'm thinking I am. I think sometime in the summer, I want that Lexus convertible. I always wanted it, the hard top one. I want to find one with some good miles, and I want it serviced at the Lexus dealer. Like a one owner type joint. Like a good. That's I call that the selfish car. That's the car you just go out with your lady, with the top down on a Saturday night or Sunday. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I'm gonna treat myself to that sometime this summer. Them Range Rovers ain't shit, man. Like, how is it? This is what I don't understand about some of these cars. And a mechanic told me this too. They make these vehicles, these ultra luxury vehicles. They make them like, far as the look and the inside and stuff, but they don't make them reliable. That's not what they put their stuff into. But you're paying all this money for something that's not reliable. Think about it. You always see Bentleys with low miles. If a Bentley got 50,000 miles, oh my God, you got to get rid of it. Like 50,000 miles is just what a lot of cars is just getting broken in. But those parts start to go, and it's crazy to me because it's like a car that costs that much money should be the most reliable car on the planet. Why is it that a Toyota is reliable? A Honda is reliable. Now the Kias and the Hyundais, like you got all these other vehicles that give you $100,000 mile warranties. You ain't getting that with Bentley or Land Rover. You know, BMWs too, because a lot of people don't realize BMWs basically Rolls Royce is a BMW. It's a souped up BMW. The Rolls Royce engine, same thing with the souped up Volkswagen. You know, they make Bentley. If you ever drive one of those Volkswagen Jeeps, SUVs, the nicer ones, I forgot the name of them. I drove one. It rides the exact same as the Bentley Bottega. It's the same damn car. Because I drove the Bentley Bottega too. It's the same shit. But they don't last. You want reliability, especially you spending that type of bread. Shit, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 car. You mean to tell me I can't drive it for 100,000 miles? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I had those cars. I know BMWs ain't shit. They look nice, but they're not reliable. Now, like I said, the first 5 years of ownership, that's good. I guess if you're a type person if you want to lease cars and you want to have a new car, you know what I mean? Like the brand new 760, that joint is nice, very nice looking. But if you pay attention, all cars lose value, but BMW and them, they lose value real bad. You can go get a 4-year-old BMW for damn near half the price. So if anything, you should wait a couple years until the price come down, then get an extended warranty. That way you cover it. You ain't got to worry about no repairs. The only thing you got to worry about is your oil and brakes. It don't make sense to buy brand new sometimes with those type of cars. Because the value, they don't hold the value at all. And one thing I can say, American vehicles hold value more than those foreign vehicles. They really do, especially SUVs. SUVs hold value like a mug. They'll have 100,000 miles. You can still buy a Tahoe or a Denali or an Escalade, or they still be wanting a grip for them. But let it be a BMW with 100,000 miles and see what they want for it. Some of those nagging projects. Yeah, you just gotta have that extended warranty. If you want to get a Range Rover, you gotta have the extended warranty, because their parts are stupid expensive, and the stuff we breaking down, the electrical, is always stuff with that. That stuff should not be happening. It shouldn't be happening at all. Yeah, oil change $500. That's stupid. They shouldn't be charging you $500 for oil change, bro. Is this oil? At the end of the day, I put full synthetic in my Lexus. I put full synthetic in my Tahoe. It's the same shit. Now, the more quarts you have, of course, you're going to pay a little bit more than I would pay for the car. But $500 for oil? I remember this chick I used to work with back in the day at that group home I was telling you about. Shorty had the S. Remember back in the day they had the Jaguar S-Type. She had that joint that was made by Ford. And she was like, yeah, my brakes are 700. Like, she was bragging like that shit was cute. And I was like, you dumb bitch. You could have bought your own brake pads, went to a Poppy's, and they would have put them on for way cheaper. The Poppy's only, like, the Poppy's, back then, they was only charging way cheaper. The Poppy's now only charge $75 per front. 75 for your front, 75 for your back to put brakes on. You buy your own brake pads. You got to be smart. And she was bragging about that. So you spending your whole paycheck on brakes. And they don't even make them S-type Jaguars no more. No, I know how to save bread. When it's time for me to get my brakes done, I go to the Poppies. Mechanics I know that have been doing it for 20, 30 years. They got their own shop, the whole 9 yards. The only thing I get at the dealer is like certain things. Like I got to take my car to get an oil change. I'm still covered under the warranty, so they give me free oil changes. So I got to get my car inspected. So I'll get the inspection there. As long as it's the same price. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call them too, because I got an appointment for Monday. I'm going to call them, make sure, like, what y'all charge for the inspection? Because if it's over $75, I'll just go to the Poppies. They charge me $75 for the inspection. $75 for my brakes. I buy my own brakes. But if you go to the dealer, they always going to charge you more, because at the dealer, they might try to charge me $400 or $500 for brakes. Oh, like, no, you got to know the game. So I got a homie that's a mechanic. So he already schooled me what it is. No, I do the same thing, bro. When you got the full synthetic, yeah, that oil lasts up to 10,000 miles. Yeah, some 5,000, some 10,000. That's how mine is. Mine is set up where you only got to go twice a year. The same thing. That's why I said they charge that much because they can, because that's the so-called experience of it. So I hope at Land Rover they give you. I'm pretty sure they give you a loaner if you need a loaner. You know what I mean? Like I say, if you had to get service or whatever. See, one thing about, you know who had the best service? Genesis. Genesis got the best service, because Genesis, you ain't even got to step foot in the dealership to get service. They will come pick your car up and bring you a loaner if you need it. They had the best one. I ain't even gonna lie. Lexus is cool. You know what I mean? Like, they'll give you a loaner if you need it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But Genesis, they was like, no, you ain't gotta. We got you. Make the appointment. They'll come no matter where you at. You at work, whatever. They drop you right off. They get you good. But I'm at the stage now where it's like, as long as the car rides good and it's reliable, that's all I care about. I ain't trying to impress nobody. None of that. I'm too old for that. I know that convertible, I always wanted that car, so I'm going to get it because that's something I wanted, and it still look futuristic. Like, I look at that joint, I'm like, damn, them Lexus SC430 convertibles look. Them things is crazy. I think I want a red one with white leather interior. Or if I can't get a red one, maybe a white one. Not a white one, a black one with white leather interior. That's a perfect spring, summer car, early fall car. Go out on, you know what I'm saying? Small. Oh, I got my daughter. Make sure y'all hit that like button too, man. We gotta get me back in the algorithm, man. I'm monetized down, so we can get back in the algorithm. Tell me.
How are you?
I'm good. Happy on your little vacation now? What the hell y'all doing today? Nothing?
Yeah, I play volleyball. We did this little assignment, not like assignment, but this little activity in English. We had to write out like everyday things are beautiful. It's cool. My favorite teacher, she's having a baby.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What she having? She don't know yet, or she just
She's
found
having
it.
a little girl.
Oh, okay.
I'm so happy for her. And she just got married this October.
Oh, okay. Congratulations to her. What subject she teach?
English, Miss Marshall. She was my English teacher last semester.
Oh, okay. Oh, so everybody getting out at 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought it was just the high schoolers. Uh, it was smooth. Look at that line. Ooh, wait, I'm glad I ain't waiting in that line.
Yeah, what you do today?
I was packing them orders. I gotta finish. I didn't even get dressed yet. I just threw on what I had on this morning. Yeah, because I was doing the orders on my live and then packing the orders. So I gotta finish packing them. I gotta take them to the post office. I packed a good amount of them, and then she had to go to the storage room to get some packing peanuts. So did that, and we'll finish that so I can drop that. Yeah, I'll drop that stuff off. Yeah, because I filled that big bag up. Oh, that's good. I know they happy. I'll go back to Tuesday. So
Yeah, Mom Rose was like just telling us like after the activity, like to be present in the moment and stuff, about the past or future. Just be present. That was good.
oh yeah, that's cool. Haircut right tomorrow. Wanted to go today, but finish. Yeah, it's good, good. I'm probably still gonna wake up real early in the morning. My body's used to waking up,
Yeah.
thinking, school.
Yeah, but great.
Yeah, they ain't even give y'all lunch, did they? Yeah, I
We
figured
got the
that.
option to.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. Yeah, yeah. Don't y'all got the early lunch like 10:30 or something like that?
I don't know. I would be having lunch right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all early, Chumpy.
I have lunch with kids at 12.
Oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All that noise for nothing. Itching. I forgot it's allergy season now. It's spring.
You can smell.
Yeah. Oh, what are you doing? You see, it don't be me. Kids gotta watch themselves out here. Everybody's in a hurry. That it is. Yeah, I can't wait till we go back down to Myrtle Beach. That's gonna be nice. So thinking about where we gonna go for Mother's Day. Maisha was saying, do like a brunch before we get on the plane, or maybe, um, Shawnee's has brunch down there. I mean, they have like brunch time food too. It ain't just breakfast food. I told her wherever they want to go, we go. Just gotta make sure we get back to the airport by a certain time, because I don't know by then if the shutdown still gonna be going on or not. But hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, they getting paid now, but I'm just hoping that it should get better if they get paid now. But you gotta remember, a lot of people quit, so I don't know how that Myrtle Beach airport going to be, or Philly airport. Philly airport was cool. Yeah, we're gonna see. I could have parked for the house, but that's fine. Park right here. I'm back, y'all. Just got back to the crib. Yeah, just that pollen stuff. I got bad allergies. No, bad. Then once June hit and get here, I'm gonna be okay. Just neck out here real quick. Put these eye drops in my eyes, itching like crazy. That's that bullshit. I wouldn't wish allergies on my worst enemy. Oh, wait. Oh, it's so burnt, but it's supposed to work. It's supposed to work, y'all. What's y'all weather looking like? It's supposed to be 80 degrees here today. The rain was supposed to start later tonight. They keep off and on raining now, like drizzling. I don't know what they want to do. What's up, Flip? You said Marcellus Wiley said fat lot cool once you get to know him. Yeah, right. Real right. They out of pocket. But they both wanted the same. I never really cared for Marcellus Wiley anyway. Something about him. That's why I'm subbed from the channel. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be subbed somebody I don't like. I try to dig his content, but I can't do it. Can't do it at all. Yeah, Flip. We already talked about Tiger Woods, early. Tiger Woods gonna get this Negro wake up call sooner or later. That Asian part of him has been saving him. It's been saving him. But he's definitely going to get that wake up call, and hopefully soon, because he don't subscribe to being black anyway. So, and all that black support that we gave him back in the day when he was winning and all that, and yeah, he didn't even want to be called a black man. So. Yeah, you stay over there with them. But when you get that wake up call, don't try to come back to the black community. That's what we will do. We look out for the celebrities, you know what I'm saying, when they go through stuff with the law, stuff like, prime example with OJ. OJ was shitting on the black community. If you really think about it, he wasn't messing with us like that. When he got in that trouble and all the black people were showing love, and then all of a sudden in his older age, he started, being around more black people. Because he saw that those who he was trying to be around, they turned their back on him. When they thought he was a murderer, he was acquitted, and they still wasn't trying to hear it. He said it himself. People he was friends with for years, all of a sudden stopped speaking to him. That's what they do. And that's what he get. But I'm glad he came back circle to see that we had his back, despite him being a habitual bunny hopper. We had his back. I had a homie I grew up with. God rest his soul, he passed away. He did the same thing. He had I remember he moved down to Georgia, got married, had 2 kids, I was proud of him. Then he up and leaves his wife for a white woman, and the white woman he left his wife for was a cold. When I'm talking about cold whore, a cold whore. She was cheating on him left and right. He caught her cheating the whole 9 yards. I remember he put me on the phone with the broad. The broad was kind of basically telling me like, "Yo, uh, you know, your friend, basically saying in so many words, he need to move on." He left his whole family for this broad, and how he did it was so messed up. He waited till his wife went to work, packed all his stuff up, and left. Cold coward. And then he started getting. He got like real religious, and he just started acting real. He was acting different. It goes to show people you grow up with. Sometimes when you get grown, they change. And me and him had got into it on Facebook years and years ago, like over dumb stuff. Like he kept saying, "Oh, I got all these religious people on my page, so you can't be." I think I posted a meme of an Eagles player, like an Eagles cartoon, peeing on the Dallas Cowboy Jones. Everybody's seen that meme because he was a big Eagles fan, and I had tagged him and put it. He had nerve to tell me, "Oh, I'm with my people." I'm like, "Yo, dog, like, be who you are. It ain't like you know what I mean." So I stopped fucking with his coon ass, and I found out years later that he passed away. I had saw his sister post something. I was like, "Damn, I didn't know he passed away." But rest in peace to him. But the grass ain't always greener on the other side, and some guys think this leaving a black woman running to a white woman is the answer. Now, if you find somebody that y'all got true love and she so happen to be white, fine. So happen to be Spanish, fine. Whatever, cool. But don't think it's going to be better just because of their race. To me, I think that's the signs of a sellout. I was just like, wow, like how you leave your whole this dude. I couldn't believe he did that. And I remember he told me he caught Shorty cheating, the white girl cheating. He said he acted like he went to work, parked his car around the corner, and he was watching his house, and she had some dude in there. He came in the house, and he said Shorty was eating dude gat up with his hat on. And I guess the guy had a baseball cap, but she had the hat on backwards, giving dude top. I was like, wow. And the shorty told me, she said, I told John to move on, but he don't. I said, yeah. And I told her, I said, you must got a good mouth game. I said, that's why he sprung. Because John always was a tender dick dude. I remember back in the 90s, he was always he was older than me. John was 4 years older than me. And I remember he was tender dick back then. Never forget that. Because, yeah, when I look back on it, John wasn't wrapped too tight. Now I think about it, because I remember it was a girl that used to live next door to me, right? And me and her was like the same age. She was a little bit. She was like 12. I was 14. I was trying to holler at her, whatever. And John was trying to holler at her. He was like 17, 18. And I never forget that shit. I thought that was weird. Like, dude, that's pedophile. What are you doing? And I remember the mom had said something. She was just like, "Yeah, your friend is much older." And I was like, "Yeah, he out of pocket. Like, I ain't trying to take my little young dip I'm trying to get with." And I hooked him up with some girl. I remember I had worked at this place. She was a security guard at the place. And I hooked them up with the shorty, because she was a smut joint. Like, everybody hit. And I think I was like 18 at the time, and he was in his 20s, and he was rest in peace to him. But yeah, John was kind of wild. Come think about it. Yeah, he was dark skinned. Yeah, he was dark skinned. Yeah, he was dark skinned dude. He kind of looked like matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you exactly who he looked like. Who he reminded me of him so much. He looked like Luke Cage. Remember Luke Cage? That's what he looked like. Yep, John looked like Luke Cage. He had a thicker mustache, same complexion, bald head. Oh, yep, that's what John looked like. Luke Cage. Yeah, me and him, because that was my basketball buddy too. Me and him used to go all over the city running ball. Like that was our thing back in the day. Like we ran ball like crazy. But yeah, that's if I had to compare, definitely Luke Cage. What I would compare him to, as far as how he would look. Yeah, I mean, think about it. John didn't have no swagger. Now he didn't have no. His body wasn't cut up like Luke Cage. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't. I wasn't gonna say he was a bad looking guy. He just was. He was just kind of weird and corny. Okay. Are you finished the other one? What the other ones? Oh, right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
want to finish those, and I'm gonna work on the rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had to get files for this one order is longest.
All right. Yeah, I knocked those off. Let me put these.
Yeah, I'm gonna need those so they can stay out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them right here. You got the thank you cards?
Yeah,
Oh, I see them. Never mind. All right. Cool. All right. All right. Hold on, y'all.
You need for big tape. You want some reach, probably. You know how to take it off? You just pull it out.
Oh, okay. I think it's still some left on there, right?
But when you run out.
Yeah.
Because it's going to happen soon. All right.
Ooh, Dougie. Yeah, but yeah, John, he was a he was a strange guy. But we grew up together, and he was good. He was good people's for the most part. Now that him messing with that little young girl thing, I thought that was trying to anyway. I thought that was a little that was a little wild, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, pull it off.
You gotta use the thing right here. Oh yeah, push it in. Oh, okay. Yeah, that thing is done.
And then, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just make sure that right, and then you say hold on to it. So you just want to. Yeah, that's cool. I was saying, what I do with that damn box? Look weird.
Oh yeah.
Going crazy.
Yeah, these are UPS, right? Or
No, those are USPS.
oh, okay.
Each one is different.
Oh yes, we gotta take them out and see what's one. Okay.
Yeah, but you did have one UPS earlier when I was showing you. But most
98%.
Regular post office, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So you can go to that one.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause they'll take it. They'll take it. All right.
I got a few like regular orders, and both of them are.
Yeah, yeah. Luke Cage's show was pretty good. The show was definitely a good show. I don't know why they I don't know why they got rid of it. That was a damn good show. They should have kept that. But, you know, all the good shows they be hating. They be hating on the good shows. That's the job they be doing. They be hating. Which I got planned for the day. Yeah, I'm almost done, y'all. I only got 2 more orders to pack. What you in there doing, Tommy? Oh, okay. Whew. Tommy's of Tommy's. Barbershop song. There we go. 1 more to pack. Take your card. Peanuts. Label. What is This one going to Kansas City. Okay. Shout out to Kansas City. All right. Oh, there you go.
Where did it go?
All right, y'all. I'm back. Sorry, let me touch it. Uh, yeah, I'm getting good at. Yeah, we gotta take.
Here's the thing. You know, just go from there. Because I'm sure it's probably ones, but the majority of them are probably computers.
All right.
But I do remember when I woke up at 8:30 to show you how to do it.
Yeah.
It was a UPS one we had.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know where the hell that is.
I'm gonna get dressed. All right, I'm gonna get dressed. Oh man. Sorry about that, y'all. Now you got my attention. Got my undivided attention now. And you know we do business over here, so we gotta make sure stuff is right. Make sure shit is right. Shit. I've packed like since this morning 60 orders. She doing another 30, so it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, I'll go to my closet, see what I'm gonna wear today. It's gonna be real warm, so definitely a t-shirt. Damn, don't you hate when you go through your closet, you got stuff hanging up, but it needs it needs hold on a second. What? Hold on a second. It's now departing. Hold on. I just got a thing from my flight. Oh, okay. It's the same thing. All right. It's only like 10 minutes different. I thought it was talking about they were messing with the flight. I was about to get pissed. You know, don't you hate when like the stuff got to be ironed? I hate that shit. I don't like ironing. I might get her to do it. I don't. I'm not a. I don't. I do not like ironing. Like pants, ironing jeans or something. That's sweet, but like t-shirts, I can't stand doing it. I don't have the patience for it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when I do dry, that's what I'm thinking about doing. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I think that's more of a God thing. You know what I mean? Like guys, we don't like ironing like that. That ain't really our thing. You know. Now some of you, I guess, if you ain't got no dryer, like let's say you got an apartment, you don't want to go to the Joan. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, I prefer not to iron. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wear polo today. I think yeah, it's gonna be a polo day. Yeah, it'll be a polo day today. Maybe a low shirt. Let's see what sneakers I want to wear today. Oh shit. Oh, I'm looking at your other comment from earlier. You said light skinned dudes don't be desperate for lighter skin. Yeah, I guess it's always been. I guess they say it's like the opposite because I've dated. What the fuck? Who is this now? Oh, Jefferson Health. I've dated light skinned women, but the majority of the women that I have dated have been brown skin or dark skin. But that's not necessarily like a certain preference. Like I ain't one of them guys that be like, oh, you got to be this complexion. Like I don't roll like that. I think that's shallow. Like just my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I never been like all the guys I knew that are dark skinned. They always mostly prefer lighter women. Um, especially either lighter women or white women. They prefer that like a mug. But yeah, I never looked at it that way because it's either you're attractive or you're not. You know, it's attractive light skinned women, it's attractive. Just like prime example, I watch Country Wayne skits, right? So think about all the women that's on there. There's a lot of light skinned women on there, but it's a couple brown skins. And I noticed that he favors like he has more mixed or light skinned women on the Country Wayne skits, but um some of the darker ones on there to me look just as good as the lighter ones. You know what I mean? But I have noticed maybe that's just how it is. But like you got to be a Country Wayne fan, you know, to watch the skits and know what I'm talking about. Like some of the women, like all right, prime example, like Maggie, she's darker skin. I think Maggie is attractive. I think Chase wife, um, Kansas is attractive. Um, Sade, attractive. There's a lot of them. To be honest with you, it ain't really no ugly girls on there, really. Some of the attitude make you be like, you know what I mean? Like Lauren, I can't stand her, but it's how she acts. But um, I give Country Wayne credit. He definitely got some nice looking women on there. That's for sure. Some of the fellas you probably don't watch it, so if you watch it, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't watch it, I'm speaking French to you. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? But he got some bad women on there. But yeah, man, make sure y'all thumb me up. Um, try to now that I'm supposedly monetized, I am. We'll see. The money don't start. You still got to get to the threshold. It's a lot of stuff. Like I won't start seeing nothing probably till late May. You know what I mean? If I keep putting content, but now I might start doing more of the food content, more different stuff that make it worth it if I can get paid for it. But if I ain't, like I told y'all, if I ain't getting paid for it, I'm not going all out for what. This shit just a hobby, killing time. I'm about to get in the shower, get dressed. We're gonna take these orders to the post office and go on with my day. But yeah, but I don't know what hold on, what's this here? Oh no, I got that. All right. Yeah. My audio's still good because I know this thing sometimes be going in and out or lose the sound. So let me know if my audio's still good. And this thing be StreamYard sometimes be tripping. Definitely be bugging. Yeah, I'm about to make an OT call. I'm call my daughter like, hey, put this in the dryer for me. Put a little dryer sheet with it. I am not ironing nothing. How's my audio, y'all? Cause I notice sometimes when I go in and out of outside and back in with the Wi-Fi, it acts up. Oh, what the hell am I hitting? I'm hitting buttons.